and telling me I don't like her because she's a conservative. I don't like her not because she's a Trump supporter. I don't like her because of her delivery. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, I keep it real over here. I'm unfiltered. So if this is your type of channel, please do click subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I want y'all to watch this heifer here on The View, and we'll come back with some more.
Know where Republicans in the party stand one way or the other. I think trying to vacillate between taking both sidesism on impeachment and where you go forward with Trump leading the party or not is going to be very important. There's a quote in Axios right now talking about how Kevin McCarthy is getting blank for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because he's sort of both sidesing it right now. I think that the people who are right now calling for impeachment, like the Liz Cheneys of the world, are really taking a hard stand that plays really well in the media and is getting a lot of accolades. But then you have people like Mark Levin and a lot of the constituents in these people's districts saying, you know, this isn't what we want, this isn't what we voted for, and they should be primaried. So there's a huge, deep divide and a deep fracture. And President Trump right now is sort of holding over the Republican Party's heads that he will take this party and he will break it up and he will take his followers with him. And how the GOP goes forward remains to be seen. When in regards to Democrats, what's interesting to me is just I had sort of assumed after President Biden won that the feeling of unity and coming together would be something that would be happening, that Democrats would be wanting Republicans to come together with them to go forward. And instead, we're hearing a lot of language from people like Katie Couric. The Republicans like me need to be, quote, deprogrammed, that we're brainwashed, that 74 million Americans are basically irredeemable people that we don't need to communicate towards and we don't need to in any way have anything to do with. And I think it's horribly dangerous for the country. And I also think it's horribly dangerous for Democrats. If you don't care about unity, you should care about the politics of this, because right now there is a vacuum to pick up the 4 in 10 Republicans who feel very disenfranchised. And if President Biden and Democrats want to have a big tent party and include some of these people, great. And if we're all just deplorable and need to be deprogrammed, as Katie Couric said, then honestly, they can go to hell, because I don't need to be deprogrammed. I just have a different perspective on how the government should be run.
So I really just want to get into it about what Katie Couric actually says, because Meghan McCain is the type of Republican that likes to lie. So Katie Couric is basically on Bill Maher. When you on Bill Maher, he gets you talking. So she basically said, it's really bizarre, and I'm reading off my phone here. She said, it's really bizarre, isn't it, when you think about how AWOL, which is a leave without absence, the acronym, something like that. When you think about how AWOL, so many of these members of Congress have gotten, but I also think some of them are believing the garbage that they are being fed 24/7 on the internet by their constitutes, and they bought into this big lie. And the question is, how are we going to really almost deprogram these people who have signed up for the cult of Trump? So almost deprogram. Okay, so basically, with Meghan McCain's delivery, she's basically saying that she doesn't want Katie Couric to deprogram her, and she wants Katie Couric to go to hell. So just last week, when this Trump siege happened, you basically said you wouldn't mind, or you said something to the effect of that you wouldn't mind if the people that went to the Capitol will be sent to some island and be treated as if they're Al-Qaeda and basically tortured and stuff. Now it's a whole different story. I don't know if your husband then dick you down or something, or if Paul Ryan, your side man, is doing something else, but you speaking a whole different ballgame. This is why I don't like the woman, because just last week she was speaking badly about these people that went to the Capitol Hill, and now she's thinking that Katie Couric is talking about the 74 million people. She's not talking about that. And if she is, who cares? Because you specifically said that you're not even a Trump supporter. So I don't know what your husband did, because your husband is obviously a Trump supporter. You know, Daffy Duck, her husband, is also a Trump supporter. And Meghan McCain's reasoning as to why she's not a Trump supporter is because of the bullying that Trump has done to John McCain over Twitter over the years. At least Have some common decency. Y'all talking about Tara Sedgwick that y'all banned from The View. Your husband basically telling the woman that she'll do anything that pays. Meghan McCain, you'll do anything that clicks. You'll do anything to keep you in the news. All right, that's her problem. She knows her job security is on the line, so she'll say anything. Y'all gotta remember, this girl's inspiration is Megyn Kelly, and look how Megyn Kelly turned out. She'll say anything that she can say to keep herself in the news. I don't know if her husband spanked her this weekend and said, hey, you got to get back on board and being a Trump supporter because we need this check that's coming in. My blogs ain't doing well. I don't know what her problem is. Next week, she's going to say that she hates these 74 million people. And she's also going to say she's not going to she's not going to bash Joe Biden for not wearing a mask. And clearly there was nobody in a freaking auditorium or whatever, wherever the situation was where he was. There was literally nobody in there. So what if he was wearing a mask for a few minutes? Nobody was in there. Nobody, like literally nobody. So I'm not going to talk badly about Joe Biden because I'll have to quit television. But she just did that 2-3 days ago. She bashed Joe Biden for not wearing a mask. You know what I mean? So stick to the script. Stop flip-flopping. Stop flip-flopping when it benefits you to be talked in the blogs and the media. That's her problem. It's not the fact that she's a conservative, because I like Jedediah Bila. I like Candace Cameron Bure. I like Nicole Wallace. I like these actual conservatives that actually are conservative and not this fake spout that she is, and that basically rides on the coattail of the woman in a relationship, which is her husband, Ben Dominic. And I want to hear her actual views. I don't want to hear what her husband has to say for once. Y'all, this girl really get on my nerves. She really get on my nerves, y'all. She really do. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this video. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Click that bell right here so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Deuces. Yay.